Creating amazing sticker packs and amazing designs for your print-on-demand business has never been easier. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the new Adobe Firefly Image 2 that has come out basically around October in beta form. It's now in its full force, and basically it is an amazing tool to use. The images that it is rendering are amazing. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Adobe Firefly Image 2 in order to create some amazing sticker packs. But not only for sticker packs, you can also utilize the images for any of the print-on-demand products that are out there. So let's head on over to my computer now to get started with this really amazing platform. Let's go. Okay, so welcome to my computer screen. As you can see, we've got the first slide up over here with respect to the first prompt that we're going to be covering. And as you can tell from the icon just above me here, that this particular prompt is focusing on the mandala style. And basically what I did, I went into ChatGPT and I told it that I wanted to, create a prompt that's going to be able to generate for me an image based on the mandala style. And after a little bit of tweaking, this is the prompt that came up: a design concept for a t-shirt featuring a mandala pattern centered around, and then insert subject. So obviously what is going to be colored in red in this prompt and in the future prompts, that's obviously something you're going to have to change pertaining to whatever subject that you want to create a design for. Drawing inspiration from the intricate style of mandala artist Srimati. Known for her harmonious blend of geometric precision and organic fluidity, the design should reflect the symmetrical precision, intricate detailing, and possess a spiritual ambience against a white background. Additionally, consider incorporating elements reminiscent of the captivating mandala artistry of Srimati. Now, you could go through and find other mandala artists and replace Srimati with whatever artist that you find up. Basically, you're giving the image prompt an idea as to what kind of style you would like to emulate. If you don't want to include an artist, you can just basically omit this section. It's totally up to you. There's no real right or wrong way of going about creating a prompt. What you do want to make sure that you do is that you're given enough information to garnish that which you are hoping to receive. And again, there's nothing stopping you from tweaking the prompt and including or omitting anything from it in order to get the image that you are hoping for. And basically, when I copied this prompt and went into Firefly, this is the first image that I was able to generate. Now, as you can see at the bottom here, there is the prompt which I copied. And in this particular example, I thought, well, why not create a mandala based around, the topic, or rather the animal elephant. So basically where it said, insert subject, I deleted it and obviously inserted the text elephant. And as you can see, after a few seconds, these are the images that Firefly came back to me with. So we got some black and white images, and we even have some colored ones. And obviously, if I didn't like these particular images, all I had to do was just basically click on refresh again and click it, and obviously it would regenerate. Now, the one thing that you have to keep in mind is that I am using the free version of Firefly. And the free version of Firefly only gives you 25 images to generate. So you want to be a little bit sure of your prompt and be very, very nitpicky about the text that you're putting in the prompt before you click that generate button, so that you're not wasting, those limited amount of prompts and then obviously not gaining anything out of it by the end of the exercise, okay? Now, as you can see just above me, I'm gonna move myself out of the way here. We've got, the tools pertaining to this particular platform. So you have your aspect ratio, which is square 1:1, and I left it on square 1:1 because I'm going to be using these particular images for a sticker pack. Now, if you wanted to create it for a t-shirt design or for anything pertaining to social media, all you need to do is just click on the drop down arrow here and you can actually just change the aspect ratio. If you wanted to create a coloring book page from this particular style, well, I would go for a larger aspect ratio so that the image would be larger. And then obviously you can tweak and utilize it in any image program that you use, be it Canva, Photopea, Photoshop, Illustrator, or whatnot, to take the design one step further in preparation for the said coloring book that you might be creating. Okay, so let's go to the next prompt here. Now I'm going to be providing you with these prompts that I'm talking about today. So I'm not going to read through all of them because then obviously it would make this video far too long. But you will be able to download them and actually utilize the prompts and tweak them accordingly to what it is that you want to create. Now, this one is based on the anime style. And the anime style that I decided to use for this particular prompt is Korumomuke. I hope I pronounced that properly. Basically what I did was I went onto Google and I typed in what different styles of anime exist. I was going through the images, and this is basically the one that obviously resonated with me. And obviously up over here is an example of the artistry for this particular type of anime. Now, when I went into Firefly and I copied the prompt and I placed it in, this is basically what I got back. So what I did was I changed the insert subject to tiger. And this is the type of image that I got back based on the prompt. Now, going back into the tools here, if I wanted to, I could increase the visual intensity. I could also increase the strength. And then if I was just downloading here, these are the different types of effects that I could then actually tweak these particular images with too as well. You know, this platform is huge. There's so much creativity that can be had from utilizing this platform. You could go down a rabbit hole and spend hours just playing around with it in order to see what really, you know, gets you excited and what you would want to actually download and put into your print-on-demand shop or for your websites or for social media, for whatever it is that you want to utilize this particular image, or rather these images for, in order to gain more attention to your print-on-demand business. Now, I can already hear a few people saying, you know, Brian, we've heard in the, you know, recently that images generated on Firefly cannot be used for commercial purposes. That has since changed. Now, I'm just going to show you. I was looking at the frequently asked questions section, and as you can see here, let me just zoom in over here. Can I use Firefly generated outputs commercially? I am in the help index on the FAQ page of Adobe Firefly. And as you can see here, for features without the beta label, and I did not see any beta labels on the Firefly section for this particular exercise. Outputs in your commercial projects. For features that are in beta, you can use the Firefly generate outputs for your commercial projects unless explicitly stated otherwise in the product. And I did not see any reference when I was generating the images, nor when I was downloading the images, stating that I could not use these for commercial purposes at the time of recording this video. And if there's an image that you like, all you need to do is hover over the image, click on this icon over here where it says more options, and then what will happen is you'll get this window here, and you can either download it, copy the link, copy the image, edit it in Adobe Express, or so you can submit it to the Firefly gallery. Or again, you could save it to your library so that you can go back and refer to it later. I would highly suggest that you save it to the library and you also download it. Now, when you download it for the first time, you're going to get this window popping up on screen here, promoting transparency in AI. Basically, what is going to happen is that when you download the image, you're going to see a watermark in the bottom left-hand corner of the image stating that this was obviously generated in Firefly AI. You can go ahead and remove that watermark. For most images, it's relatively easy to do so. You can open it in Photopea or Photoshop or Illustrator and just obviously erase it or do whatever it is that you need to do in order to remove it. Again, because you can use these images for commercial purposes. So we're just going to click cancel because I've already downloaded them. Now, the third prompt focuses on a fairy tale style. And for this particular prompt, I asked ChatGPT to draw upon the influence of a fairy tale, well-known fairy tale artist, Arthur Rackham. You can see a photo of him over here, which I got from Wikipedia. So here we are on Adobe Firefly. And as you can see here, I changed the insert subject component to Panda Bear. And these are the 4 images that Firefly came back to me with. As you can see, we got some really subdued, soft pastel colors, which again, were indicated in the prompt too as well. If you don't want pastel colors, you can go ahead and obviously change the colors. For those who've been following my channel know that I really love using the website schemecolor.com because it has a plethora of color palettes that are easy to obtain, the color names, the hex codes for them to see what colors work well together. And you can easily just go onto that website, find what colors that you would like to incorporate into, the image and actually input those colors into the prompt and then obviously see what Firefly comes back to you with. Okay, so let's head back to the next prompt here. Now, the next prompt is looking at the kawaii style, which is a very popular style. And as you can see here, create an adorable illustration of insert subject using the kawaii style with a nod to the artistic influence of Yoshitomo Nara. Now, I went onto Google and I basically researched different artists who, like to create content or rather images based on this particular style. I saw what basically, resonated with me, and I chose the artist's name to obviously get the influence into the style that I wanted Firefly to come back to me with. As you can see here, this particular prompt generated by ChatGPT gave me a primary palette of lavender, mint green, and buttercup yellow. Again, if you don't want those colors, you can change those colors to whatever colors that you want. If you only want 1, 2, 3, or 4 more, just insert the colors or the hex codes and then actually see what, Adobe Firefly comes back to you with. All right, so let's just take a look at the images. So as you can see here, I changed the insert subject to dragon, okay, create an adorable illustration of a dragon using Tukwai style. And these were the 4 images that obviously Firefly came back to me with. And it was really true to the color palette that I indicated in the prompt. But based on the prompt that I just inserted without touching any of the other, tools on this particular platform, I got 4 really great images that I could use. Okay, so let's head back to the slide here and we'll go to the next one. This particular prompt, it focuses on the tropical niche. Okay, so design an illustration of insert subject with tropical elements, drawing inspiration from the vibrant style of Walfredo Garcia. Integrate lush palm leaves and vibrant flowers such as orchids and plumeria. Again, if you don't want to have those particular types of tropical plants, you could go into Google, you could ask ChatGPT, Google Bard. Basically, there's so many avenues that you could use to get different names of, tropical flora, even fauna if you wanted to use in terms of animals, and you could just insert them in accordingly. We've got the colors emerald greens, coral pinks, and sun-kissed oranges, obviously to create a warm and lively atmosphere. And if we head back, these are the images I generated in Firefly. So as you can see here, we got some really beautiful images, which on their own, they could stand as square stickers on a sticker pack. We're going to do something else with them later on in this particular video, so stick around for that. But again, you could come up with some very nice sticker packs, creating different types of sunset designs, maybe even changing the colors and seeing what, obviously Firefly will actually present you with, and create some really amazing stickers. Or if you wanted to go a step forward, you could download these images, put in a nice catchphrase or a keyword or something along the lines, and actually sell them as t-shirts too as well, or coffee mug designs or whatnot. All right, 25 images, but if you really focus your attention on getting the most out of those 25 images, then you can really go to town creating some amazing designs. And guys, listen, if you haven't already thought about it, or maybe if you're new to this industry, the prompts that I'm showing you that you can use in Firefly, there's absolutely no reason in my mind why you couldn't use them in Midjourney, why you couldn't use them in DALL-E 3 through Microsoft's image creator, why you couldn't use it in Leonardo AI. I mean, there are just so many image generators out there that you could basically spend an afternoon, copy and utilize these prompts and put them into different generators and see what you get, see what you're able to generate. Okay, so we're going to go to the penultimate slide here. This one focuses on grunge elements, okay, as you can see from the star just above me. And we are going to be basing it on the style of grunge artist Mark Ryden. Again, we're going to incorporate raw, distressed textures, ink splatters, and utilize a moody palette featuring deep burgundies, smoky grays, and faded teals. I'm not going to repeat myself, but you know what you can do with the colors if you don't like them. So let's head back over to Firefly. These were the images that were generated. I mean, these are really cool. I mean, I could just see these images resonating, with a teen base, your 14 to 16, even your 18-year-olds who really love skateboarding. I could put a nice word right across in a contrasting color so that obviously it could go great on a t-shirt. Again, the world is your oyster. So these are the images generated on the default settings of Firefly. Okay, so the last slide here basically focuses on cartoon illustrations with beachy elements, drawing inspiration from the vibrant style of beach artist Guy Harvey. These were the colors, that was the atmosphere and the cartoon elements depicted in the prompt. And here we go, these were the images generated by Firefly. Now guys, take a look at these images over here. I mean, they are fantastic. We've got that circular border going around them. The colors are spot on. We got that nice cartoon effect in the seashells and the trees and even in the waves. I mean, this is gold. Now that we've got our images and we've downloaded them, what we want to do is we want to create an effective sticker pack that we can use and upload to platforms like Redbubble, TeePublic, any of the other print-on-demand platforms out there that allow you to upload an image where you can actually generate a sticker pack to. So here we are on Canva, and what I did was I created a canvas of 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels in order to fit this template that you can see here. I'm going to have this template available in the description box down below. This template I have been using for the longest time, and when I'm uploading to Redbubble, particularly to Redbubble for the sticker packs, this particular template ensures that my images aren't too close to each other, that when they're printed out by the Redbubble team, that they're too close to together, and then my customers have to cut them out. So in order to use this template, all you have to do is check for the link in the description box below, and you'll be able to download it accordingly. So how are you going to use it? So basically what I did was, after I brought it into Canva, it's going to look like you're seeing it here on the screen. What you want to do is you want to right click on it and choose set image as background. This way it's going to expand it over the entire size of the canvas. Okay, so now that we have it expanded over the entire canvas, basically what we want to do is we want to insert our frames onto the template so that we can then import our images into the frames. This way we're making sure that we have everything nicely circled off. We get some nice crisp borders. It really doesn't take that long, and you know what, in truth, if you do it once and then save it, then whenever you have new images, all you have to do is just open up the template with the frames on it and import the images, and you're good to go. Now, in order to put the frames in, all you want to do is you want to click on Elements, all right, and then you want to scroll down until you see frames here. As you can see, I already have the circle one up in sort of like the first 3 thumbnails. If you don't see the circle there, just click on See All. It'll open up the entire window, and then you can just choose the circle. So I'm going to click on Circle, and it's going to put the first one on the template. All I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink down the circle to a size smaller than the circle on my template. So that way I can see where it is I'm going. I'm just going to move it around, and what you want to do is you just want to open it up until basically the frame is basically covering the majority of the circle in the template. Now, don't worry if you're seeing the borderline or whatnot. Once we have everything laid out and we have the images in the frames, we're going to be deleting the template, so that won't be seen, and obviously you won't have any issues when the actual sticker pack is printed after it's been purchased. Okay, so once we have that size ready, all we need to do is we need to press on Shift D on the keyboard, and it's going to duplicate it, or rather, excuse me, Control D. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to move it over, hit Control D again, and obviously, as you can see, Canva is already assuming what it is that I want to do, and it's basically put a third circle where it feels that it should go. I'm just going to move it over a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the Shift key. So we're going to click on the first one, click on the second and the third, all while holding the Shift key, Control D, and then I'm going to grab all 3 of them down, and then I'm going to do it one more time. And there you can see Canva has already put it into place for me. Now I already had this done. Basically what we want to do now is we want to just effectively drag the images onto the canvas and insert them accordingly. So I have some of the images off screen here. So let's bring the Mandalay ones. So I'm going to bring the first one over. I'm just going to drag it onto the canvas here. We're going to wait for it to upload. As you can see, I already have some of the images uploaded over here, but as you can see, it's very easy to do. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab it. I don't need to worry about resizing it. I'm just going to hover over the first circle, let go, and you can see that Canva has already placed it and shrunk it down accordingly into the frame of the circle. It's as simple as that. Once I have all of my images uploaded, all I need to do is just click on the next one. Let's say we're going to use this one here. I click on it once, I'm going to click and grab it, drag it onto the first one, click and drop, and obviously it's in the frame. And I can do the same thing with the third one, just by clicking and dragging and hovering over it, and it's embedded into place. Now I already went ahead and did all 9 of them over here, which as you can see here, again, this is all for example purposes. I don't think I would upload a sticker pack with, 3 different niches or 3 different topics, because they really don't have much to do with each other. But I wanted you to see how well they look in the frames. One other thing I wanted to show you as well pertains to the tiger one. Sometimes the image might have a bit of a background and you don't want that background to be seen. So if I just double click on this, you can see that we've got in the faded area some of the ears and some of the paint splatter, which is outside of the frame. Originally when I uploaded it, it was a lot smaller, and it basically, let me just bring it back to what it was originally. And if I double click outside, it looked like this, which I really wasn't too happy about. Okay, so all you need to do, if there's an image that you want to maybe increase the size of it, perhaps maybe you want to focus the viewer's attention on one aspect of the design, just double click on it. Obviously you'll go into the edit photo mode and then just grab the handles here, whichever handle you want to grab, and just increase it to a size and then recenter it basically however you want it to appear. Double click on it when you're happy, and obviously it will be accepted, and obviously you now have your sticker ready in place. Now, in order to get rid of the template, just click anywhere on the white area, so that obviously you are toggling the template which is underneath, and hit the delete key. And once you've hit the delete key, you can see that those round borders of the template have now disappeared. I can download this particular sticker pack. I have the pro version, so all I needed to do was just click on share here, and when I go to download, if I click on download, I'm just going to hit the transparent background before I download, and all of the white in the background is going to disappear. Obviously it's going to be saved as a PNG with a transparent background, and I'm good to go to upload it onto platforms like Redbubble, TeePublic accordingly. If you don't have the paid version, well, then you could download it with the white background. Actually, what I would suggest that you do is you change the white background to a highly contrasting color. Let's say, for example, green. Okay, and you might ask yourself, why would I do that, Brian? Well, because there's some white in the Mendeley stickers here, and if you had a white background and you went onto these third-party background removal platforms, and you toggled the white to obviously remove it, there's a good bet that the white in the sticker design would be removed as well, and you're going to have a lot of issues. So change your background color to a highly contrasting color that you do not find anywhere in the stickers that you are using. Okay, I would not choose an orange because there's a lot of orange in the beach one and in the tigers. Okay, and to a certain extent even these elephant ones. So a highly contrasting green, which I know doesn't exist anywhere in the color palettes of the stickers, I would download it, and then it would make it a lot easier for me to remove the colors. But if you have the paid version, just click on share. Obviously you want to download, and then just toggle the transparent background and then click download, and you are good to go. So there you have it, everybody. As you can see, it's really not that difficult to create some amazing designs using this image platform. The world is your oyster. You can go to town creating as many images as you like. And if you like what you're seeing and you are in a position to take a subscription with Adobe, go for it. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not even going to be providing any links. I just enjoy utilizing it. So I wanted to share this with you so that obviously you'll be aware of all of the amazing platforms that are out there to help you take your print-on-demand business to the next level. So I certainly hope you enjoyed that. If you did, if you found value in this video, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell notification icon so that you'll be informed each and every time that I upload a new video to my channel, bent on helping you take your print-on-demand business to the next level. And with that said, I'd love to invite you to take a look at this next video in order to help you succeed further with your print-on-demand business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.